Stevie,
Yes.
let's say you had a certain opinion on who should get a certain outing, and then you had beef with Nina because she didn't think the same way. How would you solve this issue?
I definitely would look at the big and little apps to see who would be more compatible with each other and to see if they have actually prepped each other before making that decision. If it were to be a case between two people that a big and little both prepped, I think that I'm willing to compromise, and whatever that looks like for Nina and whatever that looks like for me, I'm willing to make a sacrifice even if I don't quite agree with it. And I also would also take into consideration kind of the vibe of what fam I feel like they also would play into, because obviously, yeah, it's a big little, but also I think as a fam, I'd want to see like that vibe as well. But definitely I'm working to make compromises and make sure I have both the big and littles preferences at the forefront.
Hi Stevie, thank you for such an amazing speech. I'm super excited to see what you do with Nina as co-programming director. My question for you is, as you know, programming is a very laborious job and which requires a lot of preparation. And with your intentions to have a fall external collaboration with other orgs on top of COPPA and also the GM retreat that typically happens in the fall, how do you intend on spacing out the schedule to make sure that you as well as eBoard is not burnt out?
Yeah. So I'm not sure if everybody knows, but in the summer, eBoard has a retreat, and we kind of plan the whole entire year. And so one thing that I want to work with Nina before our retreat, of course, is to create a calendar that'll not really have events as back-to-back as they should. I know it's the nature of COPPA and like picking up and like also just like socializing in the beginning of the year so we all get comfortable with each other. But I really plan to hopefully not have as many back-to-back events as we saw in the fall. And with that, I also want to see that, or with my external event, I do want to see that towards the end of the year as more of a celebration, of course after friendship games. But I felt like that we could have a bigger community that we can kind of relate to, and I think I see that coming with like Mahal Island and with our Kumu representatives. I'm really excited to see that in store, but definitely trying to not have as many back-to-back events, I think, is my plan. And of course, it'd be fleshed out in the summer, but however that will work. Stay tuned.
Hi, Stevie. Great job.
Thank you.
For being here. My question for you is an issue or like a topic that's always brought up is the issue of like clickiness in Troy 5, whether it's in and out of the COPPA program. So I just want to know if you have plans, and if you do have plans, how you intend on like mitigating and reducing that so other members can still have intimate relationships, friendships, while also feeling included.
So I think a lot of the clickiness, especially when it comes to FAMs and COPPA, it actually kind of starts from the FAM head and the precedent that they set for the new members. So if the new members feel like, oh, like it's like an in club, I really should stick to these people only, then I think that's what kind of fosters that culture of clickiness. And so I would want to have really good communication with the FAM heads next year and really drive in the idea that, you know, no matter who you get, or yeah, it's a fam. You know, these are just smaller families within Troy Phi. I want to make sure that they emphasize to the new members that, you know, you can hang out with whoever you want, and just because you're part of a fam doesn't mean that it's necessarily like the only people you can talk to. And for clickiness in general, I don't think I want to see like as much emphasis on like what kind of fam, like, or what type of person you are in a fam, because I feel like that kind of, again, that fosters that idea of clickiness. And so, I also think it starts with not just me, not just with Nina. I think it starts with us as well as an org. And so I hope that me like answering this question, we can all do our best to try to not be as clicky. Yeah.
Thank you, Stevie. That's your 5 minutes.
Thank you.